This week in crypto from around the world, what is going on? First off, portfolio is up because of the ETH potential ETF. And if we talk a little bit more about that, why do we believe that the ETF is going to make a move? And currently, if you are trading this, I'm trading it on ZoomX, and you can use the link in the description below to get a bonus. But we had a descending triangle, and we had a bunch of news saying that there is going to be the ETF approval go from 25% to about 75%. And this is a lot to do with voters because it's an election year and Biden is fighting for votes because they pretty much say, hey, war on crypto, we're not going to do that. And Trump releases that he's actually going to accept XRP and also Bitcoin as campaign payments. And then he's going to have a crypto army come in to basically push regulation and make it a norm thing for crypto to be legal in the United States and unlock a bunch of red tape that has been going on here. Well, now Biden realizes that 40% of voters own crypto. So what is he going to do? Realizes, yeah, there's a lot of people, so maybe we need to make them happy, and that's why we are potentially going to get a approval as soon as tomorrow from the SEC, which is very bullish for crypto in general. And there's lots of talk that it potentially won't be staked. I know Fidelity says that they don't want to have an ETF where you can stake it as well, because staking is somewhat of almost getting a dividend back, where there's certain platforms like Coinbase offers around 2.5%. I think Binance is upwards of 6 or so, because Coinbase is paying for the workflow in order to set up so that you don't have to have just 32 ETH to officially set it up. But I'm kind of digressing. We also have an extra $1 billion minted for USDT, which is Tether. And you almost think like, well, okay, Tether's bad. Tether's kind of the reasons why the market has crashed before. Yeah, this thing has an unlimited supply. It's supposed to be right there simultaneously with the dollar. And if you're trading on any platform or whatever, a lot of people are using Tether. You can hide it. People use it to hide taxes, whatnot. But it pretty much, analysts say that it is going to be correlated for a new all-time high of Bitcoin, which is also interesting because Bitcoin is sitting around 69 right now, where the all-time high on the weekly is actually right around that $73,000 mark. It is also Bitcoin Pizza Day, where an individual paid 10,000 Bitcoin to have 2 Papa John's pizzas delivered to him, which would have been worth 700 million today if you would have just kept the Bitcoin. Crazy. It's funny that we're ironically just holding on to this date, because this was the first time that Bitcoin was proven that it could be not just a store of value, but a store of monetization, a store so that you could actually use Bitcoin as a form of payment. There is also rumors of Jamie Dimon, the CEO of the biggest bank in the world, Chase Bank, who is notorious, tanked the price of crypto, saying that he is a crypto hater. But in fact, back in 2017, when he said, oh no, we will never invest in this, it tanked the price of Bitcoin down to like $3,000. And then they were one of the biggest banks in the world to buy Bitcoin because they understand the game. They're not going to tell you. Banks lie. Big money lies. They manipulate in order to get ahead. He says that he's potentially going to step down as CEO, which I don't see happening. He's used to the power. However, he is saying he will. It is also earnings for NVidia, and they are up 18% from their previous quarter, saying that their sales have jumped 262% because of the continuing AI boom. And ChatGPT, all these are huge. Microsoft is talking about a new form of Windows where it literally captures screenshots like every 10 seconds or something. That to me sounds like a big privacy issue. However, this is all AI. It is now going to be integrated in our lives with Alexa. Amazon is talking about now changing their entire Alexa platform and having it be a paid prescription. We also have seen Amazon go away from giving their Prime members their free Prime Video. Now you have to pay an extra $3, $4 a month to get rid of ads. Very, very interesting. With the Ethereum ETF potentially being approved tomorrow on Thursday, it's important to note that Bitcoin's ETF was the most successful of all time, where now 937 companies have invested in the Bitcoin ETF. I know it's in all of my retirement accounts as well, to just put a little bit in there. Same thing with my families and my kids. Where gold, only 95 was it. Could this be a similar thing with ETH? I don't know, maybe. But what also happened in the price of Bitcoin and just Bitcoin in general was it got a massive spike up to all-time highs, and then it got a tank from after the ETF was approved. It got released early. It was like something like 6 hours or so early, and that's when price jumped. And then we got this doji candle, or this spinning top, that just ended up then taking everything from there. It'll be interesting if we see the same thing happen to Ethereum, where we see new all-time highs. I know my price targets are actually right around all-time high before I want to try to at least short it just a bit, where I'm not going to do anything with my long portfolios, but for trading purposes, because I'm doing a little trading account challenge with $100 trying to turn it into $10,000, and currently it is at $1,100 with a current trade that is up $483, which I'm actually using the entire account at the moment, which is highly risky at 40x leverage, but in order to make lots of money on a small account you have to be risky. It's not viable. But anyway, I am digressing. The last thing is the Federal Reserve minutes meeting, which is a 2-day event, is showing that we've got stagnation, saying that we're not moving closer to 2%, which is what they're shooting for. So will we eventually get a rate cut in June? I sure as freaking hope so, because we need to see it in order for money to become cheaper to borrow, so we can go and invest more of it, and we can see the price of these assets continue to go up. So this is John in Crypto, and this is the Week in Crypto. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification icon to stay in tune for next week.